exciting! Toyota have announced the new 70 series 2024. That is amazing! Hi, it's Peter Zellum's Griniflix Adventure 8 and welcome to another video. This is quite a momentous occasion. Toyota have sent me a press release pack which contains videos as well as photos of the new 70 series, and that's going to be a whole bunch of models within the 70 series as well. And the one that I'm most excited about is the new Troopy Carrier. One of the key aspects for me anyway is the combination of the 2.8 litre turbocharged Hilux motor combined with the Troopy Carrier. Yeah, so traditionally it's been the big 4.5 litre V8 motor, turbocharged V8 motor that's in the Troopy Carrier, which is fantastic. It's an incredible piece of machinery and adventure vehicle, which is important for me. But the new 2024 version of the Troopy Carrier and the 70 series will have an option for the V8 motor or the Hilux 2.8 litre motor, and that produces some significant benefits and even extends the capabilities of the 70 series, and again, particularly for me, the Troopy Carrier. Anyway, let's have a look at the press pack and some of the images, and we'll talk about the things that I've noticed about the photographs as well as the video that's been supplied by Toyota. And I'm going by the facts that are provided within the press pack. So anything that I'd say in this video is what has been supplied by Toyota. Yeah, so the press pack is an Australian release press pack, and so the videos are also for Australia. So each country will have its own regulations with regards to which vehicles are available. So you're going to have to check up with Toyota within your own country to see how relevant this is. I have a lot of some of my friends overseas, adventure friends, import vehicles from Australia, or even buy vehicles in Australia just to leave here in Australia, so that when they come back here they've got a vehicle to do adventure travel. So that's not an unusual thing. Australia has unique space. It's a huge country and is probably one of the last wilderness areas where you can travel safely and go on an adventure and survive the adventure without political issues or without social issues, and with an amazing environment to explore. So we're very lucky to continue to have nature to explore compared to other countries around the world. So might as well take advantage of adventure vehicles. I'm glad that Toyota is still producing the 70 series for Australia. So I think the biggest thing is this 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine being available in the LandCruiser 70 series. That is a big deal as far as I'm concerned. Now we'll go through some photos, and it's probably best if we just go through each one of these photos and we'll just talk about each one of them and the things that I've noticed about it. Yes, I suppose I'm coming from my own perspective on owning the Hilux 2.8 litre. It's a 2015 model, so it's the current engine, but just the earlier version of the current engine. And also I've got a 2010 Troopy, which you have seen in my videos going all over Australia. So an incredible machine, incredible car, incredible adventure vehicle. So having both the Hilux, which I've converted into a camper as well using the Allcab canopy camper, and also the Troopy, where I've got an Allcab tent on top of the Troopy. So I've had the best of both experiences with both vehicles and the different camper setups as well. So, you know, the idea of having a new Troopy to do a completely new conversion really appeals to me. And needless to say, the more you do these conversions, the more you take ideas that you like in one or another and you combine those into a new thing as well. There is no utopia when it comes to doing camper conversions or four-wheel drive conversions, because your needs change, the environment changes, and what you think is important also changes as well. So needless to say, any new design that I create around the Troopy is going to be different to what I've had in the past, and it will probably be different in the future. let's just maybe just go through some of the pros and cons of both vehicles and the things I like and dislike, and see whether that's all going to come together within the new series, the 70 series 2024 Land Cruisers. So let's just go back to the Hilux. The Hilux, without a doubt, and that motor is a powerful motor, and it's economical compared to the V8. So fully loaded with the camper conversion on the Hilux, I'd be probably averaging somewhere around 11 litres to 100 kilometres. And that's across all sorts of driving, from highway to just light four-wheel drive. I haven't used the Hilux for heavy four-wheel driving at this stage. The Troopy, on the other hand, has been through the toughest conditions in Australia, as well as highway conditions. The highway conditions, as far as economy is concerned for the Troopy, with the way it's designed, with its high roof and everything on the roof as well, so it's not exactly the most aerodynamic. We're averaging probably at best 16 litres to the 100 kilometres, and then out in the toughest of conditions, towing a trailer across the Simpson Desert, for example, we're up to about 25 litres to the 100 kilometres. So the average across all my journeys over the last, it's a 2010 model, my Troopy, that's 13 years. So the average across those 13 years, the fuel economy across all the type of terrain of driving that I've done, which is probably 50% off-road and 50% on-road, has been around the 18 litres to the 100 kilometres. So if the Hilux motor was in the Troopy, could that average be brought down to 12 or 13 litres to the 100 kilometres? That's the big question. I reckon it could. And with the advances that Toyota have made, and the adjustment and the fine tuning, that would be my expectations, that we could even bring it down to somewhere around that number. So that would be a significant saving in fuel economy. So it's okay, fuel economy is important, that saves you some bucks, but if you're going to be spending all these bucks on getting a LandCruiser and a Troopy Carrier, you're going to be spending a lot of money without a doubt. And if you're going to be doing all the modifications and roof conversions and everything, you're going to be spending more money. So it's not the economy that I'm focused on, it's how much fuel you can carry compared to the power and the energy you consume in order to go on your adventure. And so economy becomes really important because that extends your range. How far you can go, how far you can backtrack, how many side tracks you can take before you run out of fuel. So that's the main thing. So if we can extend the range of the Troopy without carrying extra jerry cans of fuel by 20 or 30%, that has a huge impact. For example, if you're trying to do the Canning stock route and you're carrying, let's say, 200 litres of fuel, so 2 tankfuls plus a jerry can, right now if you're using 20 odd litres to the 100 kilometres, that would give you a range of about 1,000 kilometres. So if you could extend that by 20%, then that would give you 1,200 kilometres. That's a big deal. When you're out in remote areas, it's not unusual to have to backtrack. It's not unusual to have to take side tracks. So what you anticipate to be a 1,000 kilometre journey may well be 1,200 kilometres. And if that is the distance you have to travel to get between fuel stops, that's a big impact. The other interesting thing about the 2.8 litre motor compared to the V8 is you're saving a lot of weight. So the full specifications are not out yet for Toyota 70 series in 2024. So it'll be interesting to see with the smaller motor saving and the weight that is saved, does that give you that extra carrying capacity as far as the gross vehicle mass? So that's something I'll be looking out for. So what else? So yeah, the power figures that have been quoted in the press release are very similar to the ones that actually are already available for the current V8 Troopy. and as well as for the current Hilux. So there's no changes in that. Whether there'll be some more tweaking when the 2024 models come out, that will be interesting to see. So the power of the Hilux is, there's no problems. There's a lot of power in the Hilux compared to the V8. It's a different type of power. So I have no qualms with regards to the capabilities of the Troopy with the Hilux motor, the 2.8 litre motor, in sand dune conditions. Okay, the other key thing, automatic. Yes, automatic's available with the, in fact I think it's only automatic that is available with the 2.8 on the 70 series. So if you go for the V8 version, then that's the manual version. So automatic is for the 2.8 and manual is for the V8. But I will check that. I'll just go read through this again just to confirm that. Automatic in the sand dunes is fantastic. One of the issues with sand dune crossing, particularly where you have large sand dunes to cross, is changing gears. And if you don't have the right gear, you get bogged. And I think if you would have watched some of my videos, you would have seen that in some of my Simpson Desert crossings. So automatic actually is a real benefit when it comes to sand dunes and situations where you have to change gear suddenly. So it's the high speed sand dune hills that's where it really comes into its own. At slow speed rock climbing and in low ratio, from past experience having four-wheel drives that are automatic, it's just much easier to drive as well. Needless to say, around town, less gear changes to make. I'm looking forward to the idea of having an automatic gearbox in the Troopy. Automatic transmission, smaller motor, saving weight, better economy, longer range, they are without a doubt the key factors behind the new 70 series. And for me, the Troopy Carrier. So if I'm going to get this and then redesign it, what are the things that I will be wanting? And that maybe one way to look at this is to look at the photographs that the press release have produced or provided, and then we can talk about the observations I see in the photographs, and then also relate that back to some of the design things that I'll be looking for. And one of those things that's going to be really important is going to be around power supply. Now that's obviously there's power by the engine to drive the vehicle, but then how do you power all the things in this electronic world that we live in? So there's going to be a complete new approach to that as well. One thing that I've been doing with my Hilux as well as my current Troopy Carrier is incorporated lithium power stations. And I'm glad to be associated with iTECHWORLD. They are an Australian company providing lithium power systems for four-wheel drives and campers, whether it be built into the camper or four-wheel drive, or whether it be the portable power stations. And that's also for campers, but then they also make power stations, uninterruptible power supply units that can be worked in a domestic environment as well. So if you have unreliable power, and you have important devices, fridges and electronic stuff that needs to operate 24 hours a day, and if the power goes out, then the uninterruptible power supply cuts in and continues to operate the devices until power is restored, or until you run out of power, of course. But anyway, so I am an affiliate of iTECHWORLD, and it's a great relationship. They've given me a discount code which I can provide to you as my viewers and my subscribers. So if you're interested in any of the iTECHWORLD lithium battery systems for campers and four-wheel drives, and also power stations for camping, traveling situations, or home use for uninterruptible power supplies, flexible solar panels, then that discount code gives you an additional discount on top of all the discounts that are actually running on their website and promotions that they run from time to time. So that's not a discount one either or, it's on top of all other discounts that they run on their website. So that can save you quite some bucks. That's 5% extra discount. And the code is Adventure 8. So just put in Adventure 8 in the discount coupon code at the shopping basket. You can do this over the phone, you can do it online, you can go into their showroom in Perth, in Western Australia, and you can just tell them you want to use Adventure 8 discount code and you'll get an extra 5% discount on top of whatever discounts are running. So just letting you know that. Being an affiliate, it means that if you do use that discount code, they're able to track the sales, and they can also then provide a little bit of support to my channel so that I can produce these videos for you as well. Right, so let's have a look at some of the photographs. What do you think of the looks? Very retro. I like it. The Toyota press pack only included photos of the twin cab ute. No doubt there'll be more photos in time. The front grille looks great, I think, with the new LED type lights. I think they also adjust according to high beam as well. And the little side lights that are really retro. No doubt the bull bar will be fitted at some stage, so that will all change with time. The wheel tracking width is different between the front and the rear wheels. Not sure whether you knew that. It's about 90 millimeters difference, so that means the rear wheels track just about 45 millimeters for each wheel inside of the front wheels. That's never concerned me. I've never found that to be a problem on two-track dirt roads. Some people talk about veering one way or another, getting in and out of the track. I've never experienced that. I find that having narrower back wheels makes no difference to the performance or the traction or the experience. Nevertheless, I still welcome other people's opinion on that one. There are aftermarket products that can be used to increase the width of the rear to line up with the front wheels if that was really important to you. The handling is quite different between the Hilux and the 70 series, I guess because the 70 series is maybe a higher center of gravity than the Hilux. Regarding the braking, the Hilux braking is fantastic. The braking on the 70 series is less than fantastic, I would say. That's probably being polite. If I was being really horrible, the braking is terrible. But that might have something to do with how much load you put into the car. There are aftermarket products that are available for improving the braking on the 70 series. So that's something worth considering if you're really loading up your car to the max. It'll be interesting to see whether the new 70 series have improved the brakes at all. So I'll be looking forward to that. Being a conversion that I'll be doing to the Troopy, it means that the weight distribution will be changed. There'll be bull bars, there'll be tow bars, there'll be all sorts of stuff on the Troopy. So yes, it will probably still be weighted close to the GVM, gross vehicle mass. Needless to say, I will be attempting to keep the mass low as much as possible. So that will inevitably mean changing the suspension, the springs, and also the shock absorbers to give me maximum articulation and also better control, both on-road and off-road. It will be the automatic that I'll be going for, combined with the 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's going to make the car really easy to drive and give it more capabilities, I think, particularly in the sand dune crossings of the Simpson Desert. As in most automatic gear shifts on cars these days, you have manual control as well. So looking at this photograph, that's also true. Also the center diff lock and gear lever for selecting four-wheel drive high ratio and four-wheel drive low ratio looks to be exactly the same as the current Troopy. This photograph shows that there is a dial there for selecting rear diff lock as well as front diff lock. That's what I have on my Troopy right now, and that is fantastic. That is a Toyota supplied accessory. I find the more factory accessories that are fitted, the less modifications that need to be done, which increases the reliability of your vehicle so much. So that is definitely my preference. In fact, the way this photograph's been taken, I suspect that it's going to be just standard. It's not even an option. It just gets included with the 70 series, the new 70 series. On my current Troopy, the front wheels are either locked or manually put into freewheeling. Looks like here the option is either to have it in auto or to actually have the front hubs locked permanently by, I suspect, using the tyre wrench spanner. Everything is becoming more modern, so there's a whole bunch of controls that are put on the steering wheel. That will make things a bit easier. Looks like cruise control will be included as well. That will work very well with the automatic transmission on the 2.8 litre motor. One of the things I like about the 70 series, my Troopy for example, is the air conditioning and the controls you have over setting the temperature of the air coming out of the vents. And that's, I think, quite unique to be able to control both the volume of air, with, setting the fan speed, but also setting the actual temperature of the air coming out of those vents. Very unique. Looks like the 70 series also gets a whole bunch of safety features. Driver assistant devices, so like lane assist, etc. No doubt more details will be coming out on that. Finally, the 70 series, I think dependent on the model, gets Apple Play or Android Play. It does depend on whether you get the big screen or not, so there are some options there, I believe. And the engine, of course, under the bonnet. Even the 2.8 litre 4-cylinder still takes up all the space that's there, all the different hoses, etc. But nevertheless, everything can be seen and looked at clearly. And when you're traveling out back and you're in remote areas, you do get to know your vehicle quite well. You do get to know what to check and what to look for. So when you do lift up the bonnet, at a glance you can see what's going on. If something unusual is happening, then chances are that you will spot it. And then either, if you've got the capabilities, sort it out yourself or seek assistance from someone. So I'm anticipating less weight, better economy, longer fuel range, and more power from this 2.8 litre motor compared to the V8. The snorkel is standard, so that's good for water crossings, but also out in central Australia where you've got a lot of dust, it keeps the air intake high above the car to maximize clean air, cool air, which helps in performance and also assists in keeping your air filter clean. I'm looking forward to test driving the new Series 70, whichever variant comes out first. And again, I suspect this will only occur late this year or next year. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But I'm anticipating that the performance of both vehicles, the V8 as well as the 4-cylinder 2.8, will be wonderful with the new 70 series. Yes, I'm committed to building a new Troopy, which is fantastic, and I'm really excited to find out when the delivery will occur. I suspect it's going to be sometime in 2024, which gives me some time to sort of work with the design. And needless to say, I've got lots of ideas as far as how the new design should look and some of the products that I've already used. But I'm looking for ideas as well. So particularly if you're a supplier for four-wheel drive conversions, campers, suspension, roof tents, etc. I welcome ideas and I welcome participation and joining me in building this wonderful next Troopy adventurer. So yeah, by all means do reach out to me. You can contact me via adventure8.com.au. There'll be a link there in the video. Welcome all ideas. Yes, so what else? Yeah, well, if you do go to the website, adventure8.com.au, you'll find actually another tab there called Shopping or Shop, and there's a bunch of affiliate companies that are already working with me. iTECHWORLD, I've already mentioned. Also electric bikes or e-bikes from BOUNUS, and there's a number of e-bikes there. There's also Dashcams and then a number of other companies. But anyway, all the details there are on the website there. So if any of those products are there that you like and you want to order, then use those discount codes. You'll in most cases get an additional discount on top of whatever discounts have been applied at the time. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then give it a thumbs up. That also supports the channel, and if it's the first time to my channel, if you haven't already subscribed, then press subscribe, press the little bell. You'll be notified when the next video is out. Anyway, it's great producing this content for you, and I hope you're enjoying it. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers, bye.